As the climate change alarm bells get louder globally, technology and digitalization will come to our aid in 2022. But wait, there's more! That's coming up next in this episode of Telecom NewsBytes, brought to you by 911 Inform. I'm your host, Mark Fletcher, and I'm the Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. Here's your News Bite for Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. Telenor Research in its latest Tech Trends report claims green clouds, a battle for optimization, and climate enlightenment through digital microdegrees and green-fluencers are just some of the trends that will deliver a more sustainable future. 2021 was yet another year of extreme weather events and record-breaking temperatures. These underline the challenges that humans, wildlife, and nature come face-to-face with in a changing climate environment. Yet, despite the gloomy outlook, technology advancements and an accelerating digitalization of society give some reasons for hope. Bjorn Tali Sandberg, head of Telenor Research, said, "People everywhere are waking up to the need to act on climate change and environmental degradation." For us in Telenor, it's key to understand how technology can both avoid being part of the problem as well as help in the transition, he says. In the 7th edition of Telenor's Tech Trends report, Sandberg and his team of researchers have taken a stab at forecasting how technological progress in 2022 can enable green transformation. The report also provides tips to businesses on how they can avoid becoming victims of the Great Resignation when the pandemic hopefully comes to a close. The immense growth in data usage drives demand for energy, as well as edge data centers, and 5G will help make data transfer more energy efficient. As the digitalization of society continues to accelerate, cloud computing has seen explosive growth. But moving data requires energy. And today, data centers globally account for more than 1% of the world's consumption. The good news is that edge computing is expected to take over some of the workloads in the coming year. Sandberg predicts that 5G networks worldwide will have the capability to do local breakout of data traffic, both to and from edge data centers, adding that the data centers themselves can be made energy efficient in many ways. This includes things like the utilization of excess heat and through sustainable local power harvesting using solar panels and small windmills. Sandberg said that, "We believe that energy-efficient edge data centers, reachable from mobile devices over 5G networks, will start popping up at an increasing rate in 2022. And as a result, energy will also be saved in electricity and data distribution networks, since part of the data traffic and electricity will be transferred locally only," he explained. The report also noted that employees are not willing to wait for their companies to get climate friendly. They want to act, and they're impatient to learn how. So just as modern careers require people to upskill continuously, climate change will require people, businesses, and societies to adapt to lifelong learning on sustainability. Additionally, environmental policy and regulation will also increase the demand for green skills in 2022. Sandberg says a growing number of businesses will implement green microdegrees and courses as part of their curriculum as a way to satisfy the green knowledge thirst among employees. He feels that businesses that fail to facilitate opportunities to acquire green online learning and provide credentials on the job risk being perceived as less attractive in the eyes of new talent. Therefore, a wave of new microdegrees with green shapes will flood out through learning systems like Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, Udacity, and the Khan Academy. The same way we see educational institutions embrace planet-friendly values in their programs, Sandberg said. Already there are cases of such online courses and degrees being offered and promoted by organizations worldwide, like the United Nations and its agency, UNESCO. Sandberg believes the global need for greater energy efficiency will trigger an optimization of everything in a battle between consumer electronics manufacturers. Companies that don't take the next generation's expectations seriously risk facing the Great Resignation. As for the home office, it's here to stay. But despite the benefit and obvious positive climate impact we get from reduced travel, research indicates that the pros do not outweigh the cons for everyone, especially the young. During the continuation of the pandemic, it'll be tough for the young to establish and grow a personal network and acquire a general understanding of the corporate lingo and culture, as forming new social relationships using only digital communications is much more challenging. As a consequence, many companies will in 2022 find that large groups of young employees who never got a proper onboarding are likely to struggle. That wraps up this episode of Telecom NewsBytes, brought to you by 911 Inform, delivering next-generation 911 solutions for the enterprise today and making every second count when it matters the most. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. I'm Mark Fletcher, Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. Follow me on Twitter at Fletch911. View all my blogs and podcasts on Fletch.tv, and be sure to like and subscribe so you'll be immediately notified when a new podcast is published. Telecom NewsBytes is published every Monday through Friday and is available on most podcast platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, and the iHeart Radio Network. Thanks so much for listening. We'll catch you next time. Take care.